Okay. Good morning, guys. We are going to discuss how to do uh, Spark in real-time project. Okay, we are going to discuss about that today. Uh, we have we'll be making some codings and we will be doing some operation as well. But how it will be happen in real-time environment? That is, we are going to discuss now. Okay. So, for example, we have the data. Even for the work on program, we will be taking out for the sampling today. In tomorrow, we will go with the real time as well. Okay. So here, uh, I have the data set. Everything is available, but I'm going to make it all my coding in Windows environment and Eclipse only, not in Cloud environment directly, because admin will not be provided you for the Cloud environment. So if you want to approach the Cloud environment, you have only Putty. Using Putty, you can approach it. Okay, you just mentioned the password. Now you enter to the putty. This is Cloud environment. Okay, but all your coding part you will be going to do it in Windows environment. Today we will be going to see that. And follow me. If any doubts, you can raise me at the time itself. Okay. If something is not responded, we will be going to open it the Eclipse. Okay. Eclipse is opening now. Okay. I'm going to create a new project. So new, and mostly in the real-time project they will be go with Maven, because this Maven is a build tool. So they're using, we also doing the same and using the simple project name and mentioning count down full time word count. Okay, not record this much word count spark. Okay. Okay, now the job has been created and I have two files only. It will be low creating the project one by one, so it will be proper step by step. Okay, so before that, now you can see everything is created, but here library we are using 1.5. I just moved from 1.5 to default. Okay, so I'm removing this library and add library with external JRE. So default I have 1.8. I'm using that now. Okay, and we'll be going to make it out with configurations. So this is the POM XML is the main configuration for Maven development. So we need to mention the dependencies. Already I have some dependencies. Okay, this is my version and using this dependency in local environment. So I'm using the same dependencies. Okay. Okay, now it has been loaded, and then we'll be going to build it. So Maven install helps to build that. Now it's building one by one. It takes some time because it will be going to load all the libraries for the dependencies. It is not responding. We need to wait for some time. Okay, so job Maven is building now. Okay, successfully it has been built. Okay, I just close this. I'm creating a Scala object now. Okay, the program I just mentioned as a word count. Okay, now the program will be, we can define here. If you are going with the Java, then you have to mention the classes. At least one class is required. But in Scala is not required. Object will be functioning with the method directly. Okay, so you save it, and we are going to import some Spark libraries. Okay, then only it will be supported. That. Okay, import org dot apache dot spark. Okay, dot underscore. Okay, it will be take it out all the supporting libraries, and then we need to mention Spark context. Okay, and then we mention with the Spark context library supports. Now we have imported all the libraries requirements of Word protocol. Okay, if we are going to make it some operation with SQL context, then you need to import that as well. Functions, everything you need to add as a libraries, then only you can apply. So we have defined, and then we need to create one main class. So we need to mention the main class here. Okay, I just imported main class now. And in main class, we will be providing the data input and output file as an argument and a statical values. Both we can achieve it. Now we will be going to make it out with the statical. Sorry, we will see both how we are going to submit with the statical as well as the dynamic. So value of input file equal to, if you mention the path in the bracket, that is should be static. Okay, now we are going to provide with argument, so we need to mention this args of 0. Okay, as well we need to mention output file type gs argument 1. Okay, now input and output argument we have passed, and then we need to declare one day. And real time you need to mention each line what is you are going to do it like that. So the and then we'll be creating the configuration. Creating Spark configuration. Okay, that's an important. So we need to mention the configuration as conf equal to, we need to mention Spark conf. Okay, and then we need to mention the Spark conf with masters. Okay, set master. If you are going to run with the cluster, you need to mention yarn, and deploy mode as a cluster or client, you need to mention it. But we are going to approach with local. So we just informed as a local mode, and then we need to providing the application name as well. Okay, set application name, word count, project. Okay, so this is the configuration. Based on the configuration, you are going to create a cost per context. In normal Spark shell, you will see all those things till now. Okay, it will be manually declaring the Spark context, but here you need to create the Jesse. Okay, so new Spark context of, of configuration. Okay, now only CSC will be created, but in Spark shell command prompt you can see until this. Okay, after that only you will be going to approach it. Okay, till now any doubts? Okay, now I'm going to load that input file into the SC. This is, after that everything is normal. So you know well about stock context sc.exploit. So we will be going to load it now. Input sc.text file. You have to mention that input file. Okay, it will be mentioned as an argument. Okay, if it is a static, then only we need to provide a static value. Okay, now the data is loaded into the input argument, and then we will be split into words. So value of word we will be going to split by input dot flat map operation. Internally we need to mention with underscore dot split spaces. We will be going to split the records. And then we need to go with map operation. Map helps to split the records into multiple. So word will be received and it convert into the key value pair. So word comma 1. Okay, the now the record is splitted, and finally we are going to count the values. That is what we are doing, right? Count the each one. Okay, so value of count equal to dot reduce by key, and based on the anonymous operation we can read it directly. And finally the count is going to load somewhere. Correct? We have made all the operations, and then we will be going to load into somewhere. So count dot save save as text file. Going to providing that output file now. We have that output file as the argument, right? So which means if I am going to run this job, those input will be taken out the first argument and the output will be taken out the second argument. So based on that, it's going to approach it. Okay, so this is the command. Okay, if you want to run it manually, you can mention the static argument here and run it on the. Mm, we'll do one thing. Okay, this is the input. Instead of that, I'm providing that static value. We'll see the output. Okay, so here the data will be available. I'm taking, and before we will be check it out what is will be what the data is available. And Dinesh, I'm Hadam, and Spark, and real practice. Bye bye. Okay, this is what I just mentioned. Now I'm going to give you as an argument here in statically, but it will be mentioned like this one. Okay, as well the count savers is not required. Instead of that, we will see the value here. Print ln count dot to string. Okay, so we'll be see the output in console itself. That's we have tried now. I'm going to run the job. Something's wrong. Array index out of bound exception 1. Okay, so both is not required because we are not passing any argument. That's what the error is throwing like that. So my job is going to be run now. Okay, this is for the local practice because you cannot enter always with the real time. Oh, sorry. The record is loaded as such already values, but okay. So we will be convert into the project view. Okay. Okay. Paused on making all the operations and output will be delivered. Now we are going to export this as a job. Okay, in this path I'm going to load it, work on project. Now you're going to see this one. Okay, work on project. That is we have done before. I'm going to load this from Windows environment to Linux environment. That's an important, right? So using putty you can access the terminal. But if you need to load any data from Windows to Linux, you need to use Minacity. So now I'm opening the Minacity. Using Minacity only you can move the JAWS. Okay, you need to locate the Minacity host and everything and log in into that. So okay, now it is all taking the authentication, and you have work on project. Okay, inside the project use home cloud rock project is a Linux directory. Cloud rock project, there I'm loading the data. I just going to verify here itself. Okay, so ls um, ls data set, yeah, project is available, cd project. I'm checking that ls. Okay, the same file is loaded here, workdown underscore project, workdown underscore project chart. Okay, now the data is moved into our locations. Now we are going to check it out how to run the program. Before do that, we will verify that the data is available or not, like that. Okay, so the jar is available. We have the data here for the sample. Okay, so you can see this one. This file we are going to use it now. And then there's something they have already created. So here we are going to use it. Spark submit for some data so will be provided. Okay, so you just save it. Now we are going to submit this one. Okay, slash use at cloud run work on dataset.txt is available. So that is the same I'm going to provide it. So spark hyphen submit. I need to mention the class name. Class name is simple. We know very well the class name that we have created work onto the class name. Okay, you just mention as a work count, and then we need to provide the jar name. Work count jars. Okay, then we have passed as an argument input and output. Same we need to provide here. So user cloudera word count dataset.txt, I guess, right? Data is available in this path only, and then we need to provide output path as well. User cloudera output. I'm creating one new one underscore word count. Okay, So like that we need to submit the jobs. So we have the Spark submit command. Based on that we need to mention the class and then jobs and input and output. And I mentioned that configuration everything here. So master, number of master and app name and everything I just mentioned here. And some cases they will be asked about that master. If you are going to run in the cluster mode or yarn developments, then you need to mention here it's the first one. So, and number of driver memory, executor memory, everything you can mention here. Now we are going to run this program. So now the job is heated. Okay. Till the job is start submitted, I guess. Take some time. I guess job is done successfully. Okay, if we are running a long running job, we have big data set, then you are going to approach it, then it takes long time. I think it's done. Okay, based on the data set, it's going to create the output directory that I mentioned. This path cloud raw output workcom. So slash user cloud raw and output word count is a directory. You can check the output. Okay, so whatever I have typed everything I can see this one. The same you can see input as well. Because this is like a terminal only, right? SDFS, DFS, hyphen, cat, slash, pot, something, right? Okay, the same record you can see. So we have passed that one input argument, and based on the input argument, the output will be going to store into the output file. Okay, like that we can achieve. Okay, any doubts? Okay, thanks for watching. I'm quit my session today. Tomorrow we will check with real-time project. Okay, the same we are going to approach with real time. Thanks.